What's up, friends? This is DJ Lewis Love in the mix here on We Rave United, and we're trying this channel out, trying something that I've wanted to do for a bit. And just go out there and talk to several DJs, and then maybe hype up a few events I'm involved in. And this week, I will be DJing at Bloom. I don't even know what to expect. It looks like an awesome underground, but I'm gonna have my techno music ready. Hopefully, you all enjoy it. So head over there this Saturday. Information is in the comments, so you can link up and buy your pre-sale tickets. I believe it's only like $10. It's going to be in LA somewhere. Can't wait to check it out. Everyone sounds and looks like it's awesome. Okay, so here today we have a special guest who will be there as well. BC Rydah, what's up, man? Nice to meet you.
Who, me?
Yeah, that's you, man. I don't see anyone else behind you.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's
How
going
you
on,
doing?
man?
I'm just joking.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, it's nice to meet you. Great voice already. I'm already impressed. I'm loving your background. Let's talk about a few things, but let's start off with your background. What do you got back there? Looks like Flyers, LA Flyers, or what's up?
Yeah, I got this is when I played with Mrs. Magoo out in Seattle.
Nice.
Marvelous Kane came out at this party. He ended up signing the back of this poster. It was Marvelous Kane, RAW, Machete, Curious. This was one of the parties I headlined out in Pomona. It's called Resonate. There's a drum and bass nightly, like a drum and bass and jungle nightly out in not Pomona, my bad, Lancaster. And they've been around for like 13 years or so.
Nice.
But yeah, I ended up headlining there. There's a Bailey and Techich event right there. I got when they did the American Jungle screening, I got that poster. This right here is actually the first print when we started Yeska Beats. We were doing merchandise. So this was one of the test sheets that we were using when we were pressing shirts and stuff. So I ended up keeping it. So I just keep that as a momentum.
I'm liking it, man. I'm liking it.
Yeah,
good background.
A little bit of everything. Everybody that all the little hit ups and stuff from the wall or from people that came by and been in the studio. We got people all over the world from England to Japan, like all over here. It was pretty cool.
Shout out to Bea Stone. I believe it's a new subscriber here on We Rave United, or maybe Rave United. I may change the name. But man, let me ask you a few questions as I get to know you here.
Okay.
How long have you been a DJ?
Well, I started DJing when I was about 18, so 20 years now altogether.
Oh man, you don't look that old at all. Let's say you started at 18. What are you, 7 years DJing? Oh, that's pretty cool.
When I was 18. That was I started DJing with my boy Gemma, like my homeboy Alan. I used to hang out at his house all the time, and his brother was a little bit older than us, you know. And I used to always ask him, like, hey, man, let me hang out with your brother. He'll never let me hang out with his brother. One day, like, Gemma came through. His name is Roddy, you know, but Gemma came through, and we're hanging out. I'm like, yo, bro, you know, show me how to DJ. And I ended up spinning a couple Christopher Lawrence records. Like, so that was like the first couple records I spun, but I've always been in the jungle. But
from the beginning,
yeah, I remember I was hanging out at his house, and he had a homie over there that was spinning the DJ Shadow. It was like 6 days. Remember that song?
Yeah,
like
that's old school, man.
A little jungle mashup, and I'm like sitting there like just mesmerized. I'm like, yo, y'all got to show me how to do that. So yeah, you know, it's kind of been like on and off, like DJing and stuff. Like really started taking my DJing serious when I was like in my like early 20s. So like I was like emceeing it at the time as well. So
when you say serious, what do you mean? That you started investing in the equipment?
Yeah.
Like what equipment did you invest in?
Well, I started off. My very first pair of turntables I had was I think it was like a Newmark and a Gemini. One was like a belt drive and one was a direct drive.
Yeah.
And I had this little like janky like Radio Shack mixer, like just to get me started, you know. But
I used to do Radio Shack as well, bro. Radio Shack is realistic. Realistic is the brand. That's the brand from Radio Shack. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, but that's what I started off with. And you know, my homeboy, he had a pair of turntables. We ended up all just always being at his house. His house pretty much was just like the compound, you know. So we'll be over there just spinning on his turntables and stuff, and recording on tape, you know, and trying to pass out tapes in like the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
People were like, "Yo, give me a CD, dog." Like,
Mhm.
anyway, but yeah, I was doing that, but I was also emceeing at the time. So while I was DJing, I was also emceeing for the crew, and I used to go by Nice Guy Reggie because my real name is Reggie. So I used to go by Nice Guy Reggie when I was emceeing for those guys, and I was doing that for a bit. But my heart was really into DJing and production, and just the more I got into the culture, like the more I started studying and started figuring everything out. And once I really learned how to chop breaks, it was pretty much a wrap after that.
Shout out to Lynn McDonald who just subscribed to the channel. I guess people are starting to discover the channel. I'm real excited for this. And yeah, man, this is gonna be dope. So right now, you would say that your preferred genre and what we're gonna be expecting to listen from you or your set's gonna be on vinyl, drum and bass at Bloom.
I make jungle.
Yeah,
I spin jungle.
sweet,
Well, I'm gonna be actually in both areas. I'm gonna be playing at 10 downstairs, like in the main
nice.
area, and I'm gonna be playing at 1050 upstairs. Um, Black Marble Collective, they're gonna be doing an album release party there called Rave Tools 2. So they're gonna be holding down the upstairs area, and they're gonna be playing like Gundam and stuff all on the big screen and everything like that, and have a sick merch table. And there's going to be like footwork there. There's going to be jungle. There's going to be techno. There's going to
Nice.
be like halftime. It's pretty much like all over the board. I think somebody's going to play Gabber there. I think my boy ABF is going to play Gabber. So yeah, it's pretty much all over the board, man. It's going to be dope.
There you are,
Like,
bro. Listen,
yeah,
we got the link on in the comments. It's gonna be off the hook. And it looks like a throwback to the old school raves where like I don't know where the hell it's gonna happen and stuff like that. I don't know what to expect. I'm just
yeah,
expecting
it's
it's gonna
going
be
to be
off the
cool.
hook. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I actually went to the spot yesterday. I did one final walkthrough. I took one of the people, one of the promoters there to give them like a rundown of how the area is going to be,
Yeah.
and they just had a Blade Runner party there because like I think it was the composer for the Blade Runner soundtrack like passed
Hans
away
Zimmer?
recently or something like
Oh
that.
no. Oh, okay, the original one, yeah.
Yeah. So he passed away, and they had like a whole little tribute at the event. And these guys took all this e-waste and like spray painted it black and hung it up all over the walls and stuff. It looks pretty dope in there. Like it looks like this whole like cyberpunk thing. It kind of actually goes perfect with the flyer because the flyer has this whole retro futurism look to it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
man. Like I was actually kind of like caught off guard when I saw it. I'm like, oh yeah, this makes this even better.
So they're
And
gonna leave it
yeah,
like that. They're gonna
it's
leave it like that.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna leave it like that. They asked me if I wanted to change anything. I told them, nah, leave everything exactly how it is.
Blade Runner, you're talking about the movie, of course, and
Yeah, the movie.
that's and if you guys are wondering, it's totally techno. Or what we do is drum and bass, and it totally goes with the underground. And if you guys click on the link below, you guys are gonna encounter this page right here. So there, you're gonna find all information. The tickets are only like, dude, they're only $10. Come on, support. Listen, I'll be real. Don't bitch about high prices, and you don't support the people who are giving you the stuff at low prices. You could easily charge $70 for this event. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want good stuff at a low $10. I don't even remember that in the beginning of the rave scene in the 90s. So support this. These people are like they're doing it out of heart. I spoke to the promoters. They want to bring positivity to the scene. They want to show the new generation, hey, this is the way we partied, and just have a good time for a low price, man. I can't believe y'all are bringing the event for that. But you guys got to support it, or else I'm going to tell them, you know what, charge 70 for the next one. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You can't cry about prices and then not support quality events, when they're low prices.
Yo, the spot, I'm telling you, man, like I had through my birthday party there. I had my birthday party there was May 14th.
Yeah.
And that was my first time there. And yo, like everybody enjoyed it that was there. We're gonna have a vendor village. There's 2 bars. Everybody there is super dope. Security's hella friendly.
Good parking?
There's just downtown LA. Oh, actually, you know what? There is parking. There's a There
Or should
is
I
a
Uber? Should I Uber?
there's a parking structure on 7. I think it's on like the next block, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there are a couple parking structures there that you can like, you know, like put your vehicle there and stuff like that. I'm getting there early, so like I
Yeah, I'm
already
gonna get there early because I think when I DJ, like my entire DJ thing is like I love music. I love to dance. I didn't become a DJ first, then started dancing. It was actually the other way around. So
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I think that really helped me because I'm there with the people dancing and I know how to dance. And I know there's some DJs, man, there's tracks that sound good, but you can't dance to them or you can't, the rhythm's off, right? They sound great, but they're not dance tracks, like or rave tracks that get people going. And I think like I don't know. I suggest for DJs, you got to go out dancing, bro. You got to enjoy DJs. You got to enjoy other DJs. I think. I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? Like go out there and be with the crowd. And I see a lot of DJs, man. Well, back in the day, at least, they weren't with the crowd. They would just show up, DJ, and then go home. Nah, you party with them, man.
Yep, there's a lot of times. Yep, a lot of cats do that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I don't be bouncing around like I used to.
I'm gonna make you bounce, man. You're gonna come with me bouncing.
Digital, you could totally bounce around and like you can dance and stuff. But when I was spinning vinyl, like or whenever I spin vinyl, I can't do that, dude. There's too many. I was just watching this video. I forgot what video. I forgot what party it was. I think it was Dune. I was watching clips from the old Dune party.
Yeah.
There was this DJ that was spinning, and it was all climatic, and they were playing trance and stuff. You know, when that trance starts to rise, everybody's waiting for that drop. Bruh, somebody straight fell from the scaffolding, like onto her turntables, dog, like onto the turns, like yo. Man, we must have watched that like 3 times because homie just like sat on the it was like held up by, it was blocked, because it's in the desert. So they had this cardboard like blocking the wind and everything. So yeah, man, they ended up jumping off the scaffolding and like in the middle of the turntables, yo, like man. And this is vinyl.
Alive? Is he alive?
This is vinyl, bro. Like the whole party just booed him, like boo, like let's get him out of here. But yeah, dude, you never know. You never know when it comes to vinyl and stuff. So make a long story short, like I was just always on my toes, especially spinning vinyl. But when it comes to spinning like digital and stuff, like you could bounce around. You could
no, I'm not talking as I'm doing my set. I'm talking before your set, after the set. No, definitely you gotta. I don't understand DJs even with the digital going out of there and dancing and everything. So the thing is, what I'm saying is, enjoy. I'm gonna go and enjoy your set. I'm gonna go and enjoy people's sets before it's what I do. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear your set, man. I got to take with you and Rondy Core, dog.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. I'll let people know it's gonna be different than that. I'm playing mostly new techno with a hard kick. That's just something I don't go away from. Gabber's probably gonna leave it for another time and that stuff. So it's not gonna sound like what you're probably used to with the love core, but it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard.
It's just a pleasure to be on the lineup with you.
Oh man, thanks.
A shout out to my homegirl Eve Bass and the whole Inner Worlds crew.
Yeah,
they when it comes to the underground, like they definitely in the old school, like they definitely like pay tribute to all the originals.
They do.
Like that's really cool because with the combination of both, you could really like build a strong community and you could educate the community. You know what I mean, and keep people like in the know, like keep people going, like you know what I'm saying, like we did that party with DJ Flavor like in March.
Yeah, DJ Flavor, cool. Hugo, I love him.
Yeah, like that was cool. Like that was like my first time meeting him, you know what I mean, and it was just a different vibe. Like we ended up throwing that party at over there in LA off of this. It was off of like a damn freight. It was like at the end of like a loading dock. So we were like at this loading dock and stuff in like downtown LA at this at the end of this parking lot. We just renovated it. That was like the very first party we did. So this one, like we're just trying to stay true to the underground roots, not really trying to charge too much to bring people out, The only suggestion I would give everybody, even us old school people, like
I don't consider myself old school, just so you know. But I think you guys are you know, you guys are awesome. The new generation, I've heard you guys spin, is like always be welcoming to the new generation and don't be gatekeepers. Because I feel like our generation had a lot of gatekeepers. New people getting into raves were kind of like looked at like that was the only negative, like, oh, you know. And it's like, you know what? They're here. And sure, they may like EDM, but you know what? They're here. EDM, okay, that's their first introduction, but now they're listening to jungle. They liked a couple EDM. That was the gateway drug. You know what I mean? Now they're like, I can't believe I like EDM. Now I'm into jungle and stuff like that. So that's the only thing.
What my gateway drug was?
What was it?
Fist of the North Star.
Fist of the North Star. Yeah.
Japanese anime. So
there we go. There we go.
Yeah, I was probably about like 10 or so, right? I used to watch this show on Showtime, Fist of the North Star.
Yeah.
It was translated to English, and the soundtrack was done by Reinforced Records. And I never even knew that, like, until I got older. Like, I remember seeing the name, like, yo, it said Reinforced Records, and I believe it was like 4Hero was involved in it and stuff. So, but yeah, like every time they had like some crazy breakdown or anything, like Reinforced like did the whole sound design. So yeah, that was my very first introduction to jungle. And then 98, I had a homeboy named George Vasquez that gave me like my first jungle tape, and like he gave me like a hardcore tape. And the jungle tape was Kings of the Jungle Volume 1. The hardcore tape, I believe, was like Rotterdam Terrorcore. So we used to like bang this tape out, bro, like playing Mortal Kombat and stuff at his mom's house. It was cool, man. So yeah, like that was my introduction to it. And
then you look for more, and then you
started going crazy. Like, yo, like it just started getting like better and better the more I started finding like the music. And you know, it was at that time I was still young, and I'm thinking that like I'm listening to a mix. I'm not thinking it's a mix. I'm thinking that shit's just like one long song. I'm like, who wrote this song? Like, I wonder how long it took him to make this. Like, you know, especially when I heard Hard House. Yo, shout out to DJ Ozzy, bro. Like when I heard Hard House Punch, like I literally thought that was just like one entire song. Like,
bro, you know there's some tracks I listen to that I have no idea how the producer made it. You know, it's kind of like I remember like the Future Sounds of London, like how or Jam and Spoon. Like, how did you guys make those songs? Like, they defy the traditional dance track patterns and stuff. And it's like I listen to them and I go, okay, let me break this down. It's like I can't. I just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? So no, there's nothing like the underground scene at all. I got into it because I've always said the story. I used to go to regular clubs, top 40, and listen to house, and house was getting popular. And I remember one DJ, after a house DJ, just like, you know, they dropped the music and it was silent, and we're on the dance floor, and then we hear music maestro, please. And it was T99 Anastasia. I don't know if you know that one. And it was a classic one. And I heard da 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 da. Everybody just put their hands and fucking da 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 da. I go to my friends, what the fuck is this? Oh my god. Ah, I need more of this. So I started looking for more and more and more. And then when I experienced the raves, I go, there's places where they play nothing but this for 6 hours. Jeez, I was a stick back then, man. It was great. I'm gonna give you the last word here, man. A couple things I like when people experience your sets or they experience you as a DJ. What do you want them to get out of it? Like, what do you want them to like after your set's done? What do you want them to feel or during? What's the main thing?
That's a good one. It all depends on the situation, you know, because it all depends on what I'm spinning, what situation I'm in. If it's a party like where they're trying to dance, like then that's pretty much my goal, like, you know. But if it's one of those like deep thinking, like deep jungle atmospheric type deals where I know it's really all about the drum work, like then I'll come correct with that. So it really all depends on the situation. What I want people to take from my mixing is just the fact that I always pay homage to the original sound. You know, I never fake the funk. Like, you will see me struggle up there. Like if it gets as normal as any DJ. Like I don't deal with the sync buttons. Like you know what I'm saying. But
Oh, yeah.
so yeah, but nah. Like I just try to keep it real with the culture. You know, if that's a
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
like, I just try to make sure that like I come out there. Like if I jump on the deck, scratch a little bit, like you know anything to just like add fill, like add fill to the mix. You know what I'm saying? Like my favorite, one of my favorite DJs, of course, is everybody else is RAW. You know, I remember I saw him be juggling Man of Steel by Vinyl Syndicate at this club called Smokies in Buena Park, right? I think it was Buena Park, yeah. And he
Dude.
was juggling this joint, bro. And I'm looking at that just like,
Dude,
what?
that's crazy,
You know
dude.
what I'm saying?
You
So
know what's
yeah,
crazy? You know what's crazy about RAW? I've known them since '91, and you know I don't talk to him as much, but he used to work at World. I think it was Be Nonstop, and I used to work
yep,
at DMC, and in '91, you're telling me right now you look up to RAW. In '91, people were saying RAW is the best DJ. So it's nothing's changed, bro. This is '91, dude. This is
damn,
91. Those tapes, the RAW is dead. I
yeah.
remember selling those, man. And another thing I want to ask you before we go is where can people follow you? Like, do you have some social media? People can.
Yeah, yeah, you can actually just look up my name, BC Rydah, BCRYDAH. The BC stands for Beach City because I'm from Long Beach, California. Been always represented. So yeah, so you can look me up as BC Rydah. You can also look up my label Yeska Beats. We've been around since 2014. We've got about 4 vinyl releases. We got a tape release. We got another tape release coming up, and another vinyl release down the line called Summer of 23, paying homage to the summer of 93, bringing
Mhm.
into 1994, because that was kind of like the end of like the real like prototype type style of like hardcore like jungle techno and stuff like that, and it was really going into like what people consider like quote unquote jungle, the jungle sound is, right? So my thing has always been the summer of 93 was that was like the year,
The
like
peak.
yeah, because I mean think about it, yo, like the summer of 93, there was a lot like not just in electronic music, like this is in all music, like yo, you got Wu-Tang, Inner 36 Chambers, Biggie Smalls, Ready to Die, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Doggy Style, the Chronic, like these are all coming out like at the same time. I think the
Yeah,
Chronic came out 91, right? But still 1993, 94 that was the year.
that was
Nah,
your.
Illmatic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that was your sweet spot, man. Yeah, you remember
yeah.
that. Yeah, I get
So
you, man. Those are great years,
yeah, that
man.
was the year that like really changed like the whole dynamic with everything, just with like it changed the whole culture. Like, so I
Yeah.
think that yeah, so that's why we're calling our album the summer of 2023. It's gonna be myself, M27. We got a homeboy out of Seattle. He goes by Joker. He has a company called Joker's Got a Posse. If you ever check him out, man, like look up that name, J Gap, and you could probably buy some records off his Bandcamp for $1 right now.
Nice, man. I gotta say that all you say is some good. You dropped some good knowledge, bro.
Thanks.
Once again, this weekend, Bloom, check it out. I can't wait to check it out. So you could grab your tickets right now. In the comments, there's a link, and I'm sure you're gonna have a great time. And then we're gonna come back here and just talk about what a great time it was here, man. Oh, who's it? There we
My
go.
man,
There we
Ron
go.
Burgundy.
Yeah, yeah, I love that, man. Uh, thanks a lot, man. BC, thanks
Yo,
so
it's a
much for
pleasure
coming on
talking
down,
to
man.
you.
Yeah,
Pleasure
you'll be
meeting you.
back, man. You'll be back if you
Yeah,
want. You'll be back. So it's up to
anytime.
you. All right, bro.
I'll
Let's
talk to you later.
yeah.
Peace.